Hi guys, it's my last video for this week. I'm just trying to catch up from all the days I missed last week, and I've just been hitting them out the park today. So this one is the second video with my Heart to Heart series, and I'm just basically going to piggyback from my very first video where I discussed where my hair journey was involuntary because of this health issues that I faced and my hair falling out. Basically this video is going to be about my triggers and how I keep a positive body image of myself when in the past I had extremely, and I still do, difficult time seeing myself in a positive light. So basically, in regards to my triggers on food, remember in my first video I advised that I have a hate-love relationship with food, and that's is exactly the same way it is now, even at my age. Basically, I have some triggers, and the very first trigger is I am attracted to extremely highly sweet foods. Have me in an environment where there's cake, where there's donuts, where there's ice cream, anything that has a lot of sugar. I don't only take like a bite or a serving size, I actually gorge and I do binge. And right afterwards, I have extreme guilt and feel disgusting, and I just don't feel good about myself because I just did not have self-control. How I deal with that, since I know it's a trigger, is that I remove myself from any type of temptation. I do not allow myself, because I know I sometimes do not have the self-control from putting those things in my mouth. When I go grocery shopping, I make sure if I have a habit of just keep going in the kitchen, getting something, eating, I just have fruits and vegetables and things that if I do overeat on, it's not going to be as bad as eating a whole dozen donuts at one time. So I definitely do that. I make sure I stay away from environments or places where sweets or anything like that will be involved. Or if I go to a party, because obviously you can't avoid it like a plague, but if I go to a party or a social setting, I just make sure that I'm preoccupied with something else. If they have like a sweet table or something like that, I make sure I'm on the other side of the room and I'm just socializing and meeting people. So I have different tricks to kind of like squirrel to kind of refocus my attention to something else. So that way I'm just not standing there like, oh God, I so much want that cupcake or that red velvet cake or whatever it may be. Another thing I found out too that my doctor recommended to me is that eat a lot of dried fruit, like dried pineapples, dried apricots, things of that nature, but they're extremely sweet but natural, and they're good for you. So I just been finding substitutes for things that I used to like. So instead of eating cake, I may cut up pineapple. Instead of getting coffee with a whole bunch of sugar, I just may get chai green tea with coconut milk. I have like different tricks that just by trial and error, or even going to Pinterest or checking things out on YouTube, that has that same type of sweetness that will that will satisfy my craving. Another trigger that I have is basically eating out. If I'm lazy or I work long hours, it's easy and convenient just to hop in the drive-thru of a McDonald's or a Wendy's or any other fast food franchise. And I force myself to come home and cook. And when I cook, I make sure that I use olive oil. I eat lean protein like salmon or chicken breast, and I always have I want my plate, this is my rule of thumb, I want my plate to be a rainbow. I do not want my plate to be beige. it has to be full of color, and that's when I know that I'm eating healthy. So I'll have a lean protein about the size of the palm of my hand. I'll have broccoli, or I'll have spinach, tomatoes, butter squash, anything like that, and force myself to cook. Now, when I cook, I was finding myself falling in the same bad habits of using a lot of salt, things of that nature. And I had to kind of reteach myself and break myself from that habit and use basil, sage, garlic powder, herbs that can actually give a lot more flavor than salt. And you do go through a withdrawal period, I'm not even gonna lie, but you eventually, your palate becomes more sophisticated. It takes more than just a sodium based product to make something taste good to you. So forcing myself to cook, take accountability of what I put in my food and how I flavor it has helped me not be triggered by going the easy route, by grabbing some fries or things of that nature. And besides, I hardly ever eat red meat. I basically stick with fish and chicken. And when I do eat red meat, it's once or twice a month, just to help with my iron. Another trigger that I try to stay away from is negative people. You'd be surprised, yes, negative people can affect how you eat. And the way I say that is because I'm an emotional eater. So if I'm around people that are always making me feel bad about myself, making me feel inferior, making me feel inadequate, instead of me being confrontational and showing confidence, there's certain situations where I'm extremely confident on, but certain things emotional wise, I kind of go inside myself, and I'm an emotional eater. I basically eat my feelings. So because of that, if you don't bring anything into my life, or you don't have any type of positivity about you, or any type of goals that you're working towards, or you're even content with where you are, I can't have you in my space. I cannot have someone that's negative, that is always looking on the bad side, that's basically a succubus that will drain every effort of me trying to make them feel the opposite. So that's another trigger that I just basically stay away from people that are constantly negative. I understand you cannot be in a good mood every single day, but it's the way you handle it. Good things don't always happen. I get that. Trust me. I understand. But when even if those good things go wrong or bad things go wrong, it's how you handle yourself. It's how you decide, it's like, okay, that didn't go as I planned. I learned this from it. Let me go ahead and move forward. When you are staying stuck in the same situation over and over again, holding a grudge, that's when you become a negative person. And that's something with me being an emotional eater and just having that compounded with guilt, I just can't be around that. So I make sure that I socialize and I'm around people that view the world somewhat like me, or at least try to jump up from any type of bad situation and bounce back. You may bounce back a little bit more bruised, but the point is that you bounce back. Now that kind of leads me to my discussion about body image, because obviously my hate-love relationship with food is tied into my preconceived notion of what beauty is when I was a lot younger, which I thought you had to be stick thin, which I was, obviously, because I suffer from anorexia. And I thought you had to have like thick, long hair. Obviously, after intensive treatment, I had to learn and redefine and like myself. And in that process, I had to understand that whatever weight I gain, whatever my body looks like, whatever the lumps and bumps and muffet top or whatever people want to make fun of, it's me. And I can't go back to what I was before, because I'd rather be me than what I was. I was extremely unhealthy. My body, to nourish itself, had to feed on itself, and that I will never go back to. That if people see me as unattractive or ugly because I'm over 145 pounds, that's their problem. That's not mine. I basically took that albatross off my neck, and just basically I have to love me for me. Another thing too is, you know, everybody has body envy. Everybody wants to, oh, I wish my thighs were smaller. I wish my breasts were bigger. I wish my arms were muscular. Everybody always has something they want to fix in themselves. That's human nature. You can fix it by plastic surgery or by intensive exercise, or you can accept it. Me, I just want to be healthy. I just want to have a healthy lifestyle, eat healthy, exercise regularly, and whatever body and shape I have that God gave me, I embrace, I love. And right now, the lifestyle I'm having, the body and the shape I am graced with is a body that's 150 pounds, and I'm totally fine with that. I feel awesome. I'm actually comfortable in my skin. It took me to my teens, my early 20s, and my early 30s to get over that. And now I am finally confident, and I love the skin I'm in. So I just wanted to just talk about some of the triggers and just kind of again open up to you guys, and I'm so excited. I can't wait for the next heart to heart next week. Guys, again, stay true, stay you, and be naturally seen. Bye.